Here's a question for you. Would you go to prison for a stranger?
What's it? First, I was like a family member if I had to. I don't know. Like, if the situation was worse enough, if I'd have to, a family member, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, no one else other than.
What about for a stranger?
No.
No.
I wouldn't,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. That's an honest answer. Okay.
I mean, probably my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. What about for a stranger?
Probably not. No.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Go to prison for.
Go to prison. I'm not talking jail. We ain't talking like no county jail because some tickets. We talking prison.
I got to be careful how I answer that one.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I wouldn't go commit a crime.
Right.
Go to prison for
That's
someone.
all I'm saying. You will take the place of this person.
Well, I mean, if my mom or dad were alive, I would.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or one of my kids, my wife.
That's fair. Okay. What about for a stranger?
The stranger?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the situation.
Yes, sir.
If the stranger was innocent and he had no one in life to take care of him or her, I might.
Merry Christmas, y'all. If you don't know by now, let's say this is your first time here. My name is Ty, and you are tuned in to #ItIsWritten. What I do on my YouTube channel is I equip and I encourage believers to continue to do what God has called you to do. Listen, my answer is like everybody else. I'm not going to prison for nobody. You can bet on that. But that's exactly what Jesus did. He stood in our place. We deserve a punishment, an eternal damnation, an eternal separation from God. But him coming down, doing what Philippians 2 said, that he was in equality with God. He didn't count it something to be held onto, but he emptied himself, born in the likeness of man, humbled himself to the point of death, even death on a cross. It's quite interesting to me that when we talk about like images of Christmas, especially when it comes to nativity, we always talk about like Jesus as a baby and like him being born and the incarnation, very important part of our salvation story, right? But it's only that. It's just a part of the story. What I'm often reminded of when it comes to Christmas is his sacrifice, is the gruesome death he endured so that we can have peace with God the Father. Our scripture is going to come to Isaiah 53, starting in verse 5. And this is what it says. It says, "But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace. And with his wounds, we are healed." Let's face it. Let's look at reality. The only reason that the birth of Christ is so important is because his death. Listen, I can hear some of y'all right now. Ty, I would go to prison for a stranger. Like, the situation has to be right. Like, I even talked to a guy who said that. But if we really thought about that deep down, like, there's no way you're going to prison for a stranger. And this is exactly what Jesus did. He took our punishment in our place. There's no conditions when it comes to Christ's sacrifice for us. Now, receiving said sacrifice, receiving the benefits of his peace offering, of his salvation, that's conditional, but not his sacrifice. It's already been made. He willingly went to the cross. So as this Christmas season ends, I think it's only right for us to think about the sacrifice that God, Jesus Christ, made. And so that's all I have for y'all for this episode of #ItIsWritten. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next year in 2026. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed.